Hi friends! Happy New Year! It is 2016. We are well on our way into the new year. But first, before I get too excited about 2016, let's talk about 2015, which I had declared to be the year of awesome. And I wanted to be bold and brave. Were kind of my two words for the year. And I think that I was. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think it was a good year, but I made some notes about all of the cool stuff that I did, and let's just review the new year. So first off, I got a new job in 2015. I left the College of Engineering, which was a necessary thing to do, but also kind of sad because I made a lot of really good friends there, and I had a great time working with the students, and I felt like I learned a lot at my time there. I enjoyed it, but I got a new job, which I still have, which is good. I have not been fired yet. I'm almost to the 1 year mark. February 2nd will be my 1 year anniversary. So now I work at the College of Medicine, and I've learned a lot of things about how doctors become doctors and that training, and a lot of things about myself too, and different skills and things that I have to bring to the table in my new position, which is great. So I have enjoyed that, but it certainly was a risk moving not only to a new department, but moving completely off campus, moving to having an office at the hospital. So that was the first exciting thing I did. And with my new job came needing to change my hair color. So as you can tell now, I no longer have purple hair. I also no longer have blonde hair, but that's a 2016 thing. But yes, for the most of 2015, I had pretty regular hair. I had a brown to blonde ombre, which was different for me. And of course I couldn't keep it that way for too long. So now I've mixed it up again. Moving on. So 2015 was kind of the end of my whole infertility, not really the end, but sort of it closed a chapter to the infertility struggle. I no longer was going to infertility treatment. As I mentioned in one of my videos, at the end of 2014, I actually did get pregnant and then didn't stay pregnant, unfortunately. So that was hard. So I took a long time to kind of grieve that process and come out of it on the other side, hopefully better. But my journey to motherhood is certainly not over, but we'll save that. Hopefully there's much more to come on that front in 2016. So stay tuned for that. Oh, in 2015, okay, so this is an interesting one. So last year I met a human, and we got into an interesting relationship. Where I prayed for him for 40 days straight during the Lent season prior to Easter. If you'll remember, I called it 40 Days of Awesome. And that was a super powerful experience for me, even though that person and I no longer really speak. We no longer have the same type of relationship or really anything at all anymore. And it took me a while to be okay with that fact that I invested a lot of my time into this person and they kind of just took it and walked away. And so for me to realize that that's okay, that I still got so much out of that experience is kind of important to me. So 40 Days of Awesome, which was something I wanted to do again, maybe not necessarily praying for one person, but just devoting myself to having 40 days of devoted prayer. And I mean, who knows, like Lent is coming up again next month, so maybe I will do that again because I enjoyed that process for myself. That was great. 2015, April, the Roman adventure was so good. There aren't enough words to describe it. I loved it. It was something that I always wanted to check off my bucket list, and it was so great. I adore traveling with my parents, even though that's kind of dorky, but it's so fun. Like I properly adore them. And it was such an adventure. Every part of it I just loved. But my favorite part of the trip was, of course, going to see the Colosseum. I thought that was just stunning. It was huge, and all of the history and how old it is and all that was, I would go back. It was great. But so I'm trying to think up of a next adventure place that Mom and Dad and I can go to on our next trip together. But of course they thankfully Both came back home, and so now they live full-time in America, which is wonderful, but I certainly will miss my annual vacation to Europe. That's a sad thing to do. Moving on, so another thing that I did with my parents that maybe I could have passed on was I got into a serious car accident in which I had pretty bad whiplash and a concussion and all of that, and the poor Volkswagen Beetle. We said goodbye to the Beetle as a family in 2015. It's been in the family for quite some time. So that was horrible. But it did allow some exciting things. I was able to buy my first car myself, get a car loan, all of those adult things that you do. So that was kind of exciting for me. I do love my new car. Let's see. Oh, I redecorated my bedroom, which was fun, which was a fun way to get over feeling so bad after the summer was really challenging. So I think redecorating my bedroom was a fun project for me, and I love it, love it, love it. I think the gray is just beautiful. So there we go. Not only did I redecorate this bedroom, but I redecorated my second bedroom as well, which you all will see in 2016, the big reveal of that room. So that was fun. Moving on, like I mentioned, the summer was a really hard time for me. I really kind of struggled with a serious bout of depression. And then after kind of coming out of that, I went public via YouTube about the fact that I have bipolar disorder and some of my journey with that. And so thanks to everybody, I've gotten a lot of positive comments about that particular video, which I greatly appreciate. And I never pretended to be an expert about having bipolar or even about myself or my own journey. I can just say this is my experience and what I'm feeling today about the fact that I have this diagnosis. That's all I can really do. So hopefully it's helpful to somebody to know that they're not alone and this is okay. So that was really kind of my purpose for making that video, was to say I have bipolar. Sometimes it interrupts my life, but most of the time I just roll with it. So that's fine. I always think it's nice, the more even people just say those words out loud, the easier it becomes. It's not so shocking, it's not so scary. So that was that. Let's see, moving on my list. Oh, I mentioned this before, but yes, my entire family is home safe and sound in Illinois, which is just really was so great. Anyway, I'm getting all like emotional thinking about it, but I really do. I like it when we're all together. So that was nice. And finally, the end of 2015, I got maybe the greatest Christmas present of all. And I had mentioned this before about how my fertility chapter had kind of ended, but my journey to motherhood is sort of just starting. So the day before Christmas, in the mail, I got my official license to become a foster parent. So now I am on the books, and I really am just waiting for that call that there's a little person that needs a home. So that was really very exciting. So I can't wait for that to happen. In some ways I can, because it means, like Dad told me, he said, if they're not calling you, that means that there's one less child that's in critical need right now. So that's a good way to look at it, but I am waiting. So that will be quite the adventure in 2016. Hopefully I will meet my little person. But yeah, so that was 2015. It was a good, I think it lived up to its name. I made some really bold and brave choices, and it turned out to be pretty awesome. So in 2016, I'm not sure if I've picked a word yet to describe my goals for the year. I think I'm looking for a little bit more balance and be a bit more healthy because I was often sick last year. But yeah, I want to be balanced and healthy and ready to welcome my new person should they come this year. So I'm back. Sorry, you didn't even know I left. Anyway, my battery stopped working. Apparently the camera thought I was finished with my ramble, and so I will be finished. But thank you all very much for watching any and all of my videos. I appreciate it. If you feel so inclined, please subscribe or leave a comment or whatever you want to do. I don't know. You do you. Anyway, but I hope that you all have a great 2016, and I will see you later. Bye.